Hey guys, Pilcrow here, and today we will be discussing how many episodes IDFB will have. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's start the video. So as we all know, since BFDIA is now officially finished, it's very likely that IDFB, the other season that has been on a long hiatus, will come back. Well, we all know it will, and it's been official that it will, but an important question that we need to ask ourselves is, how many episodes will there be? And this is actually pretty complicated, since in IDFB, there isn't a competition, so we have no idea how many episodes there will be. However, a prediction I've seen a lot of people say is that we could have 40 episodes. Yeah, that seems an insanely high number, but it does have some truth put into it. There are 40 contestants in the LOL, and if there is one being released every episode, well, we'll have 40 episodes. However, I don't think 40 episodes is likely for a few obvious reasons. If IDFB ends up having 40 episodes, the story is just going to be really slow and really dragged out. And honestly, I just don't think anyone wants a 40 episode long season. That seems super long, especially for an entire season that is non-competition. However, despite me not wanting to drag out IDFB, I don't think it can be too short. I've seen a lot of people suggest episode numbers like 10 or 12, with 3 or 4 contestants releasing at the end of every episode, and I just don't think that's likely at all. We have a lot of storylines that we need to develop in IDFB, and having too few episodes would make those feel really rushed. And yeah, I know that the LOLers get a lot of screen time in BFB and Teapot, but I would just like to see each of them individually and their characters. So, here's how many episodes I, Pilcrow, think there will be in IDFB. And that number is 21. If we release 2 contestants from the LOL per episode, we'll have 0 on episode 21. And episode 21 is perfect for a few other reasons. One is it would still make IDFB the shortest season. Well, outside of BFDIE, but you know what I mean. And that's good, because yes, IDFB does have some story, it doesn't have a lot, and making it a full 25 or 30 episode season would just be way too long. And episode 21 gives it a lot of time to develop its season and its characters. And releasing 2 characters from the LOL per episode would allow each LOLer to get a lot of screen time, which is obviously very good, of course. So yeah, for those reasons, I strongly believe that IDFB will have 21 episodes. But wait, can't the wall teleporter only release 1 contestant per episode? Even if that is true, I'm pretty sure the contestants will just find a way to make the wall teleporter better, or they'll find a different way to get the contestants out. In fact, that's probably going to be the major plot point of the second episode. Now, as for how long each episode is going to be, I don't think they're going to be crazy long like Teapot's is, at 40 minutes. I think IDFB is much better suited for slightly above 20-minute episodes, similar in length to episodes like BFDIA 21 or Teapot 3. That way, each episode is long enough for it to have its own identity, but like I said, not be too long to where it's boring. Something that also needs to happen in IDFB that I don't see a lot of people talking about is Lightning has to get his hands, bro. I know this is completely unrelated to the episode count of IDFB, but I just need to talk about this, because I really hope it's not done in some boring way. I hope it's an entire plot point of an episode. It would give Lightning something to do, since, let's be honest, outside of Teapot 7, he doesn't really do much in BFB or Teapot if I remember correctly. So yeah, I hope Lightning gets his arms, and it's important. And yeah, we obviously know that Lai, Foldy, Dapey, and Loser need to get established, but I'm sure you already know that. Now, the biggest question is, when will IDFB come back? And yeah, I'm just gonna shut down the idea that it's coming out in the summer of 2026. It's just not happening. Look, we have 3 massive Teapot episodes coming out during this summer. It's just not gonna happen, I'm sorry. I also feel like IDFB 2 has to be a theater release. There is no way they're going to pass up on that opportunity, especially given that it's been nearly 10 years since IDFB 1 came out. Another very common date that I see going around, which has already been debunked, is October 1st of this year. This was already debunked during the 2025 meetup Q&A, where they said it just wouldn't happen, and that they won't be following the 10-year thing like they do in BFDIA, which makes sense. If they did follow the 10-year thing, they would have to finish up IDFB in a little over a year, which is just not possible and won't happen. So, when do I think IDFB 2 will come out? Well, I think it's going to be released on January 1st, 2027 to celebrate the 17th year anniversary of BFDI. It will probably release alongside Teapot 27. even though honestly, I think they should just release Teapot 27 in this case on January 10th, which would be Teapot's 6-year anniversary. But yeah, Jack and Jellify loves releasing episodes on January 1st because, you know, BFDI 1A was created on that day, and IDFB perfectly fits it, man. And I'm pretty sure they could still do a theater release on December 31st, I think, since it's a little after Christmas. I'm not really sure, but I think they could. So now let's do a recap of this entire video. I think IDFB will be 21 episodes, since 40 episodes is way too long, and 10 and 12 are too short. 21 episodes, each being about 22 minutes long, would allow for character development and give each of the LOLers more screen time. And I think IDFB 2 will come out on January 1st, 2027 during the 17th year anniversary of BFDI. And I really, really, really hope Lightning gets his hands in an interesting way. I also hope the underdeveloped LOLers do something. Like, they haven't done something in over 10 years at this point, so yeah. Anyways, before I go, I have started a new gaming channel, so please subscribe to that if you want. Remember to like and subscribe, go watch my other videos, and have a good one.